I wrote the full script in simple English, with an emotional hook, a subscribe invitation, and a heartfelt kindness message throughout. A rusty old garage sat at the edge of a small town in Ohio. Most people drove past it without a second glance. The paint was peeling, the roof leaked when it rained, and the wooden sign hanging above the door looked ready to fall apart. But for one man, that garage was everything. What nobody knew was that a powerful CEO was about to try buying that property for pennies. And what he discovered afterward would change his life forever. Before we begin, if you enjoy heartwarming stories about kindness, second chances, and unexpected miracles, please subscribe to Kindness Paradise, like this video, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps us share more inspiring stories with the world. Tom Harris was a single father in his late 50s. Every morning before sunrise, he unlocked the doors of his small garage and got to work repairing cars. The garage wasn't fancy. It had old tools, cracked concrete floors, and equipment that had been used for decades. But Tom took pride in every repair he made. His customers trusted him because he was honest. If a repair cost $50, he charged $50. If someone couldn't afford the full amount, he often accepted less. Sometimes he fixed cars for free when he knew a struggling family needed help. Many people told him he was too kind for his own good. Tom simply smiled and said, "Everyone needs a little help sometimes." One rainy afternoon, a black luxury SUV pulled into the garage. Out stepped Richard Lawson, the CEO of a massive real estate company worth billions. Richard looked around with disgust. "This place is falling apart," he muttered. Tom greeted him warmly. "How can I help you today?" Richard barely looked at him. "I don't need repairs. I want to buy this property." Tom was surprised. "The garage isn't for sale." Richard laughed. "Everything has a price." Tom shook his head. "Not this place." Richard explained that his company planned to build a large shopping center nearby. The garage sat on land he wanted for the project. Then he offered a number. It was far below the property's value. Tom couldn't believe it. "You expect me to sell my life's work for that?" Richard shrugged. "It's more than this old building is worth." Tom felt insulted but remained calm. "No, thank you." Richard's expression hardened. "You should reconsider." Tom smiled politely. "I won't." The CEO left angry. Over the next few weeks, Richard sent letters, emails, and representatives with slightly higher offers. Tom rejected every one. The garage wasn't just a business. His late father had built it with his own hands. Tom had grown up there. Every wall held memories. One afternoon, an elderly woman named Martha arrived with her aging sedan. She was one of Tom's oldest customers. The repair bill came to nearly $300. When Tom learned she was struggling financially, he quietly fixed the car and charged her only $20. Tears filled Martha's eyes. "You always help people, Tom." He smiled. "Someday kindness comes back around." Across town, Richard Lawson was having problems of his own. Despite all his wealth, he felt constantly stressed and unhappy. His employees feared him. His family rarely called. Even his son preferred staying away from him. Success had brought him money but very little joy. Then something unexpected happened. A historian researching local racing history visited town. While studying old property records, he discovered something remarkable connected to Tom's garage. Decades earlier, the land had belonged to Victor Reynolds, a legendary race car driver from the 1950s. Victor had secretly stored part of his private collection on the property. When Victor died unexpectedly, records of the collection were lost. The historian believed some of the hidden items might still be there. News spread quickly. Soon collectors, reporters, and investors became interested. Richard Lawson heard the rumors and became obsessed. If valuable racing memorabilia was hidden beneath the garage, the land could be worth millions. He immediately renewed his efforts to buy it. This time he offered 10 times more money. Tom still refused. Richard couldn't understand. "Why won't you sell?" Tom looked around the garage. "Because this place means more than money." A few days later, a severe storm hit the town. Heavy rain flooded streets and knocked out power. That night, Richard's SUV broke down while he was driving near the outskirts of town. His phone battery was dead. The roads were nearly empty. After walking through the rain, he noticed a light glowing in the distance. It was Tom's garage. Tom opened the door and immediately welcomed him inside. Richard was soaked and freezing. Tom handed him a dry towel and a hot cup of coffee. The CEO looked surprised. "After the way I've treated you, you're helping me." Tom nodded. "You needed help." For the next few hours, Tom worked on the SUV. When he finished, the vehicle started perfectly. Richard reached for his wallet. Tom stopped him. "Don't worry about it." Richard stared at him. "You're not charging me." Tom smiled. "Consider it a favor." For the first time in years, Richard felt something he rarely experienced. Shame. He thought about how he had treated people throughout his career. He thought about how this man had shown him kindness despite every reason not to. A week later, historians received permission to carefully examine part of the property. What they found amazed everyone. Hidden beneath an old storage area were several vintage race car parts, trophies, photographs, and journals belonging to Victor Reynolds. The collection was incredibly valuable. Experts estimated it could be worth millions of dollars. Reporters flooded the town. Collectors made huge offers. Tom suddenly became the owner of something extraordinary. Richard expected Tom to sell everything and become wealthy overnight. Instead, Tom made a different choice. He donated several historic items to a local museum so future generations could enjoy them. He used part of the money to renovate the garage. Then he created a scholarship fund for students interested in automotive engineering. The entire town was inspired. One afternoon, Richard visited the garage again. This time he wasn't carrying contracts or offers. He simply wanted to talk. "I owe you an apology," he said. Tom listened quietly. Richard continued. "For years I thought money was the answer to everything. I forgot how important people are." Tom smiled. "It's never too late to change." Over the following months, Richard began treating employees differently. He increased wages at several company locations. He funded community projects. He spent more time with his family. Little by little, his life changed. And it all started because one kind mechanic chose compassion over resentment. The old garage still stands today. Its walls are stronger now, but its heart remains the same. People still come for repairs. They still leave with smiles. And every visitor learns the same lesson. Kindness is more valuable than money, more powerful than success, and more lasting than any treasure hidden beneath the ground. Because in the end, the greatest discovery wasn't a legendary racing collection. It was the reminder that a single act of kindness can transform a life, heal a heart, and inspire an entire community. So wherever you are today, choose kindness. You never know whose life you might change. And sometimes, the greatest rewards come from simply helping someone when they need it most. If you want a different prompt that generates a fresh story on the same title while following YouTube storytelling style, use this. Write a 1,000-word emotional storytelling video script in simple English for a United States audience on the topic of kindness. Story title: The CEO tried to buy his garage for pennies, then learned the land hid a racing legends collection. Instructions: create a completely original story with unique characters, events, dialogue, and ending. Begin with a powerful emotional hook in 1 to 2 short paragraphs that immediately create suspense, curiosity, and emotional connection. Make viewers wonder what happens next and encourage them to keep watching. After the hook, include a short call to action asking viewers to subscribe, like, and comment, and mention the channel name Kindness Paradise. Write the entire story as a narration script only. Do not use headings, scene labels, bullet points, or narrator tags. The main character should be a humble garage owner who is known for helping others, even when he struggles financially. The CEO should initially be arrogant, impatient, and focused only on profit. Build emotional tension around the CEO trying to buy the garage and the owner refusing because of its sentimental value. Introduce a surprising discovery involving a hidden collection connected to a famous American racing legend. Show how the garage owner continues choosing kindness over greed throughout the story. Include heartfelt interactions, emotional moments, and meaningful life lessons. Let the CEO slowly realize that kindness and integrity are worth more than money. Keep the language simple, warm, vivid, and easy to understand. Make the story feel cinematic and engaging, as if it is being narrated for a viral YouTube storytelling channel. Focus strongly on themes of kindness, humility, gratitude, second chances, and human connection. End with an emotional and uplifting conclusion that inspires viewers to spread kindness in their own lives. Total length should be approximately 1,000 words. Write in natural American English. This prompt will generate a completely new version of the story every time while keeping the kindness theme strong.